support of American Express and the villagers, Vizcaya was able to restore 2 pairs of historic light fixtures that adorn the south and east facades of the main house. Vizcaya worked with a local conservation firm, Rosa Lowinger and Associates, as well as a metalsmith, Jack Klom and Sons out of Ocala, and an art handler, Artex, out of Fort Lauderdale. The south pair was still in situ, hanging on the south elevation of the main house. The east pair had been deinstalled in advance of Hurricane Wilma in 2005 and had remained in storage ever since. The conservation project initially involved a conditions assessment which evaluated the existing condition of both pairs. Samples were taken of the layers of paint applied in succession to the various components of the light fixtures over the years. Those paint samples were analyzed with cross-sectional microscopy, and the original finishes were identified. After their condition was evaluated, the lanterns were stripped of their deteriorated finishes. They'd been compromised by the salt-laden air around Vizcaya, as well as a number of areas where there was exposed metal that had corroded because of that exposure. Following the removal of all of those deteriorated coatings, the condition of the metal was addressed. The metal was repaired, broken welds were fixed, missing components were refabricated and detached. Missing glass was replaced. The glass is a really beautiful violet hue, and the conservators doing the research found that the glass had originally most likely been clear, but had reacted with exposure to UV light and changed to a violet color due to the manganese component in the glass. The missing glass pieces were replaced with salvaged historic glass. The steel components of the lanterns, the brackets and the arms, are ferrous metal. They contain iron. Iron-containing metal, ferrous metal, tends to be particularly vulnerable to salts and moisture, and corrosion can develop really easily if that metal isn't protected. So we wanted to make those components more durable, and we did that through a process called metallization, where a zinc coating is plated onto the surface of those ferrous metal components. The lanterns were refinished overall, the casings, the arms, and the brackets, with an exterior grade primer and paint. The paint analysis actually revealed that the original color was that of a bronze, so they were painted a rich brown. Following the treatment, the lanterns were reinstalled by Artex on the east and south elevations of the house. We actually have the ability to remove them in advance of a hurricane or tropical storm, and we now have custom-made crates that they can be stored in safely and transported as needed in the event that they are removed.